today I was noticing I was feeling a bit depressed. I was doing a lot of good things, but I was doing it a bit slowly and a bit low in energy, tired, and that sort of thing. But the interesting thing that I noticed was that I was training the science of the mind throughout it, and there was this like an embracing awareness of that a bit flat feeling would probably be the best way to describe it, feeling a little bit down, a little bit flat. And I noticed that the projection to the future is a little bit more negative, that, oh, it won't be that good, or it might not turn out that good. Noticing that and just replacing it with, what if it is good? What if it does go well? And straight away feeling some relief there, and just generally embracing those feelings, and just reminding myself not to follow the feelings, but just to train with it. And when I embraced it like that, it was a bit like when people come to see me in the office for psychotherapy with me. They might come along really depressed and what have you, but what I give them is this embracing awareness that just is saying, hey, I care about you, and we can work on this thing and make it better over time, and almost that this is good, this is a good training, some good lessons in life, that there's always going to be these ups and downs. Some days are going to be better than others. There's that U2 song. That was a favourite of mine. Some days are better than others. So this is life. A good friend of mine has been telling me lately that this is what they're training themselves with, this idea, this thought that this is life. Just take that for granted and find the good things. Now yesterday, another good friend was telling me about what a good attitude they have in their life. They haven't had an easy life by any means. They're telling me they haven't had a lot of the things that a lot of people take for granted, like parents, like long-term relationships, like a lot of stabilities, but they've had this good attitude through their life, and they're quite mature in their age these days. And they were saying to me that for a number of years they've been saying to people that they're going to live to 100, and that's the sort of attitude that they have, and they always have this attitude that they're learning and that there's all these things to learn in life. And they were saying that even if the body fails, and even if the nervous system fails, and the mind, the brain can still function, and that's what they're working on now. Is they were talking about their brain as defining their life and creating their life, creating their attitude and making their health and happiness. And I was completely agreeing with that, saying, yes, it is. It's the mind. The mind is doing this. It can do it regardless of the body, how the body's going, or how the nervous system is going. It can transcend to a large degree. And they were telling me that they have these dreams, and they seem to be having these dreams for a long time now, where they're on an adventure, and something will happen, and then they've got to find their way through it, and then they move on, and then there might be a car, and they've got to fix the car, and then they move on, and they've got to find their way through a maze, or there's all these different adventures that happen, and that it's a good sort of dream that they have, and it's a recurrent dream that they have. And this is the same good friend who has had this good attitude through their life, and it's like their subconscious, their unconscious mind is there with this good attitude, almost giving the message that, whatever happens in life, I'm going to find a way through, I'm going to find a way around it. So even when he gets stuck in his dreams, he goes on and finds a way around it. I thought this is really lovely, and I was commenting to my good friend that they have so much resilience there, that this is psychological resilience and strength. And as soon as I said that, they said to me, yes, I am resilient. And I was thinking, even that is so good to see, someone with self-esteem who can really easily take on board the good feedback. Another good friend was telling me just recently that they're finding the training with the Science of the Mind really easy, and they're taking good care of their body and not pushing themselves too hard with it, and they're listening to their body and relaxing and resting and finding that it's bringing up a lot of ease for them. And they were saying that they were catching themselves thinking bad thoughts, they'll catch it every now and then, or speaking bad words, and so they'll reflect on it, and then they'll think, oh, I could improve that a bit. And I thought that is also a really excellent sort of training right there, that we can catch these old habits and just improve them. So with the Science of the Mind, the training is here, the mental fitness training to build up this strength and fitness in just catching these old bad habits and building up new ones that are good and create more happiness and health and more harmony. So it's a lovely thing that we can reflect on what's going on in our mind, and we should do this. We should do this every hour, I suppose, if we're really training with the Science of the Mind, is spend a little bit of time just noticing our mind, just investigating and reflecting upon it and checking it out. What's going on in my mind? Am I thinking good thoughts here or not? Am I speaking good words? Am I doing good things? And straight away, as soon as we catch it, we can increase the goodness there, and it helps us to feel better, get some relief.